Ready. Play.
Who has a better serve, Coco or Qinwen? Asks Milhouse. It's
Yeah,
a comparable style as well, right? I think it's a good
yeah.
question because both of them just serve like low first serve percentage, but very high first serve percentage one. I guess
I don't know
Zheng
that much
because she
about.
has a kicker as well. Like
Yeah,
she has another serve other than the flat bomb, and
yeah. I
Coco.
would say the second serve is more reliable, and they both have a big first serve, so probably slightly can win. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, because both of them they love that flat bomb and it's very fast and it's very dangerous. But Qinwen, I guess, has a reliable second serve kick, so that probably has to be the answer. Yeah, and of course the matchup coming up, it's not going to be Gauff Sabalenka again. It's not going to be the rematch of the Madrid final. It's going to be Gauff against Zheng, which is of course the rematch for the WTA finals final. As much as I hate saying this phrase, but in November that was a pretty exciting one, and it feels like these conditions, I mean, should be pretty similar. Like should be a good
Mhm.
battle.
It feels like a pretty open match, to be honest. Like they're both in pretty good form. Feels like similar-ish conditions, like you're saying. I mean, that was also pretty slow courts, and they're both kind of peaking at the right time. So it kind of depends. I wonder. I wonder how the return position and how the kind of style that Qinwen played today, how that'll work against Coco, because Coco is just going to present many different challenges. She's not going to just try to overhit and maybe play with that kind of same relentless offensive intent every single point like Sabalenka does. So it's a completely different matchup in that sense. And so far, Coco has been slightly better when they've played in just kind of the bigger moments, just handling the nerves a bit better. But who knows? Maybe Qinwen has unlocked something this week because she was pretty much under the radar. I mean, we talked about her at length. I remember when we were doing our draw ceremony, or not ceremony, the preview, I guess, for Rome, right? We were saying how she's like outside the top 30, but she made those quarterfinals in India Wells in Miami, and no one really kind of had her on the radar. But now I think with a run like this, it kind of puts her back in the mix. When she goes back to RG, there will be more attention and focus on her, I think.
Oh yeah, I mean, early loss in Australia did a lot of that work in terms of us basically forgetting she, well, not forgetting she exists, but in making us not feel like she's, I don't know, a valuable member of the top 10 this year. Of course, Indian Wells Miami quarterfinals, as we mentioned 2 days ago, it was kind of like easy to forget about that because it didn't feel like she came close. Then Madrid, she loses early, so this week is for sure massive. As you said, very different matchup, but some of like the return position there, I think that's definitely something she can transfer. She was doing that already when they played at the WTA finals. That, of course, was a match that definitely could have gone both ways. Hasn't beaten Gauff. I mean, maybe that's another big time player she can grab a win against now. So, yeah, I mean, to me, it also looks pretty open for sure. And well, that's a big call. I don't necessarily agree with, but in terms of drama,
Yeah.
it was definitely there. In terms of how it wrapped up, one of the most important tournaments of the season. But I agree that the way that they were sort of like battling against each other there, it wasn't like Qinwen felt that sort of pressure to just ball bash. Definitely not. So it kind of makes me think that here in these conditions, it could be very similar. Anything more to add on this one?
No, not really. I mean, do we know if it's going to be day or night?
Well, will be the day off now,
Um,
right? So it should
yeah,
be the day session, I would assume,
maybe.
simply based on that.
Hmm. I wonder who that favors. Probably just an equalizer, to be honest.
Yeah, tough to say. Maybe the slower it is, it's better for Kinden. So maybe night would be better for her, but it's definitely debatable.
Mm.
Um, so should be on Friday.
Yeah,
Am
Friday day, I think it sounds right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Friday day, right? That should be
Yeah.
that should be when it is. Anyway, we also were asked to talk about Stearns against Paulini. That's going to
Oh
be
wait, you know what? No, I think it would be tomorrow actually, right?
oh, because
Because
we
finals on Saturday, so tomorrow would be semis.
All right, because we've already finished. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry guys.
and it would be
That's just
night. I think
me.
it would actually be night tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
night.
just me thinking about the men's tournament because
Yeah,
of
the
course Rome,
2 big masters. Yeah,
Rome, Madrid, Miami, they're all just
yeah,
insane for starting the event or the women's event on Tuesday, the men's on Wednesday, and that's where all the confusion comes from. Because of course we have the both semis set up, unlike for the men's,
right.
which is what I was thinking about. Anyway, yes. So tomorrow night session. Does that favor anybody? As we said, unclear. Maybe
Yeah,
Zheng a little, but who the hell knows?
yes.
Anyway, yes, the second semifinal. I totally agree. By the way, Joao, Indian Wells scheduling is by far the best and
Yeah,
avoids the confusion.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.